You don't need me to tell you San Diego is expensive. So expensive that some people find themselves in incredible amounts of debt, but there is a way to dig yourself out. Arash, you are here in studio with us today from Better Debt Solutions. And I mean, I just have to tell you, every time I open up Instagram, it seems like somebody's on vacation, somebody got a new designer bag or moved. How are people living like this? Because I'm watching my pennies and I'm like, how does everybody else have so much money, or is everyone in debt?
Well, thank you for having me, Ashley. And unfortunately, it's not as glamorous as it seems. We're in the middle of a debt epidemic currently with $1.1 trillion in credit card debt alone, which is an all-time high in US history. So hardworking Americans are facing a lot of debt these days.
This isn't all doom and gloom. We're not here to scare everybody. There are solutions, including Better Debt Solutions. So how can you help people?
Absolutely, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So we're a financial solutions company, and we create customized plans tailor-fitted to our clients to help them become debt-free. So with the help of our trusted partners, we're able to negotiate as high as 60% of our clients' debts directly with the creditors. We're able to lower their monthly payments and stop the bleeding through compounding interest. And actually, that's really what's keeping our clients in this treacherous cycle of debt.
Well, let's talk about some of those reasons. I mean, we could probably do like a half-hour special on this topic, but in the short time we do have together, is it keeping up with the Joneses? Is it still people trying to get out of debt from COVID? I mean, what are some of the causes?
The main cause is inflation, Ashley. COVID definitely didn't help. It made it very, very difficult. A lot of people lost their jobs, lowered income, and lost loved ones, as we both know. But inflation is really what has caused it. Keeping up with the Joneses and overspending is also an issue, but a lot of our clients are not at the shopping malls buying things they don't need. They're just having a hard time keeping their head above water with groceries, gas, and car payments.
And obviously people can call you, you'll help negotiate their debt, you'll give them tips to stay out of debt in the future, but is there anything you can share with us right now? Are there any simple things we can start doing at home to either get ourselves out of debt or avoid going into debt?
Absolutely, the best way to get out of a hole is to stop digging. So through our solutions, we're able to save our clients a lot of money monthly, and we advise them to be cash reliant instead of credit dependent, and only charge on their cards what they know they can pay off at the end of every month. So when you're thinking of those perks and those frequent flyer miles, those are costing you money if you're not able to pay off all of your credit card bills at the end of every month. When I was a teenager, not too long ago, walking through the mall and I saw a pair of sneakers or something that I wanted to buy, I reached into my wallet. If I didn't have the money, I kept on walking by the store. But today we use these credit cards, and there's a 30-day detachment from the time where you make the purchase to the time you actually have to pay off your bills. And that's what's becoming very, very difficult in keeping people in this treacherous cycle of debt. So what I recommend is to cut down the spending a bit, put aside the credit cards until you can get a grip on things, and then only use the cards for purchases that you know you can pay off at the end of every month. If not, you're going to be a victim of compounding interest, and you're paying interest on interest daily. Now, one kicker for me and a lot of my clients that are surprised is that none of your creditors can tell you how long it'll take you to pay off your debts. And the reason is because it's a revolving line of credit. You're charging as you pay, and there's different payment structure. The only way you can know exactly what you'll pay off at the end of every month is if you never use your card again and you pay one fixed payment.
Well, I think there's a pride element that goes along with this too. People, you know, suffer in silence because they don't want people to know they're having financial problems, but there's no shame in calling someone like you to get help. So what is the first step? If somebody's like, hey, I need his help, how can they do that?
So the first step really is facing the problem head on. And sometimes we avoid using those calculators to calculate how much this is going to cost us, how bad the situation is. We want to think that we have things handled. And I have a lot of clients that tell me, well, I'm able to pay my bills currently. And that's great, and I commend all hardworking Americans that are able to pay off their bills, but they're not paying their debts because of the compounding interest. They're just paying their bills.
All right, well, is there a quick website we can head to start this process and start the conversation with you?
Absolutely, you can visit us at betterdebtsolutions.com.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate it.